godless world, who knows what shit will be peddled for truth on this network. So you listen to me. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom-killing business. But you people sit there day after day, night after night, all ages, colors, creeds. We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like the tube. You eat like the tube. You raise your children like the tube. You even think like the tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Remember, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us, don't sleep. This is what the book said happened with the 5 wise and the 5 foolish. The foolish went to sleep, and judgment was called before they could wake up. Remember the movie The Matrix? At the end of the movie, Neo was in the phone booth talking about the end. Well, during this time in the movie, music started playing.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
The name of this song is called Wake Up by the rock group Rage Against the Machine. Although the movie portrays the savior in the Matrix as a white man, the lyrics of the song talks about the American government against black militants or black nationalists. Before I show you the song and the lyrics, let me remind you that the FBI, an American government agency, had a counterintelligence program called COINTEL, whose purpose was to stop the rise of a black messiah. I don't, as I said before, I don't find this to be just a coincidence that you have a movie of this magnitude about a savior and they portray him as a white man, but at the end of the movie, when everybody's leaving the theater, the music is about a black savior or black nationalist. One more thing. In the song, you will hear a reference to Dr. Martin Luther King. I want you to be aware that the video clips and media clips you see of Dr. King every year on his birthday or at the anniversary of his assassination on white men's TV does not reflect the change that occurred in Dr. King. They keep showing clips of him begging to be the white man's brother or to get equal rights as black Americans. Stop worshiping what the white man programs for you on his TV. Dr. King was waking up and making drastic changes in his thinking in 1966. He condemned the American government for its war in Vietnam. It's beyond the scope of this DVD, But get the 1966 speech by Dr. King and you will hear how radical he was becoming. He stopped promoting the white liberal agenda, and that's why he was killed. He was trying to tell you that we as a people needed our own land. He had become a black nationalist. In the Muhammad Speaks magazine in the March 4th, 1966 issue, we have Dr. King meeting with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, a man that condemned white people as devils and advocated that we leave America and form our own nation. Dr. King said, and I quote, "I know we are in absolute agreement on that. We suffer domestic colonialism like the black people in southern Rhodesia. We must achieve self-determination. We must achieve self-determination. Self-determination does not mean begging white folks to sit at their lunch counter or integrating into American society. Dr. King became too dangerous. The white establishment could not allow Dr. King to spread his new message of self-determinism for black people because nearly all black people in America in the millions loved and was influenced by this man. Dr. King turned in the other direction and was about to lead and encourage black people in America to get away from white people and demand a country for themselves. He knew they would kill him for this, but he did not care. Listen to his last speech.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. And so just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Brothers and sisters, let us give serious thought to what this man has just said. Dr. King was a brilliant man. What was he trying to tell us? He had been to the mountaintop? That sounds like he met with Moses, for Moses went to the mountaintop and met with God. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us he met with God, Allah in person, like Moses met with Jehovah. He says that we as a people, Dr. King says that we as a people will get to the promised land. Well, if we're going to get to the promised land, then who are the Egyptians? Who are the slave holders? Who are our slave holders? It is white people. and he's making reference